Okay, let's get started. Learning the tarot. Okay, this is very basic tarot. I'm gonna give the meanings. The way I learned my tarot is I watched and watched and watched and watched different people reading and different interpretations, and then eventually, once I learned the interpretations, I also listened to a tutorial that was about 2 hours long or more. Then I turned around and started using them in my readings, and eventually I was able to uh, catch my intuitive thoughts with the cards, okay, and able to give my own interpretation as well. But, tarot cards in general have a basic meaning, but how you wrap it around someone's question is going to be up to you, and that's where intuition will come in for you, okay? And also how the cards lay around the cards that you're using, right? But if you're doing a one card pull, there's easy um, meanings to these cards that you can learn, okay? So we're going to start with zero, which is the Fool, okay? And I mean, a lot of people, I would encourage look at the picture for intuition purposes, and let it give you those meanings as well. You see somebody that looks like they're leaving, they left something. I almost think of somebody that just ran away, but of course, and they just packed a little lunch, and but they're happy with their choice. They left. They're going on a new venture of sorts. Okay, the birds around them are happy. Their traveling companion there, the cat, is happy. The person seems to be happy. Okay, and they're going somewhere, right? So zero. What is zero all about? Is starting from nothing. Okay, that's another way to interpret this. Is the number on there? Okay, the other interpretation that I would be looking at is the fact that it's the Fool. Depending on what you get intuitively, okay, let's say somebody asks a question about whether they should move to another state for a job, and your first impression is that this card comes out, and you're thinking, no, you'd be a fool to do it. If that's what your intuition is telling you, you might go ahead and let them know right off the bat intuitively, this is what I'm getting. But let's be honest, and give the whole interpretation of the card itself, which is about new beginnings and starting from fresh, okay? Taking a risk, following your dreams, okay? New beginnings. So if I saw this card and intuitively I'm not getting a no, intuitively I'm saying it's going to be a bad move. You're being naive about it, because this is associated with a little bit of being naive as well. If I'm not getting all those red flags and caution and stoplights, I would tell that person that it looks like it's going to be a good move. Okay. The card that I pulled is zero, which means starting from nothing, starting over again, new beginnings, following your passions or desires or dreams, taking that risk, okay? And taking that leap of faith, all right? So there's your meanings for this card. And we're going to move on to the Magician, okay? The number one card. What is special about number ones? Number ones. I'm going to tell you what's special about number ones. Number ones are also a beginning as well, okay? Um, it's the beginning of thoughts and the beginning of ideas, okay? Up and foremost, okay? The first one was you're starting from nothing, okay? You're just taking that risk, okay? Zero. But then you move on to this right here, number one, Magician, okay? New beginnings again. All right, when you get the magician card is basically, if you look at it in the regular universal tarot, okay, you're gonna see the magician with an infinity sign over their head. If you look at the picture itself, the magician in the universal tarot has the wand, has the sword, has the pentacles, and the cups in front of him, and then he's holding a wand himself, okay, which basically is talking about having that power, to start all over, okay, or to getting those ideas, okay, in every area of your life, which the wands is travel and work, okay, the swords is communication, mind and intellect, The Pentacles is about stability, career, finances, okay, home and health. And then the Cups, which is about your emotions and love and romance, okay? So basically, the Magician is what it says right there. You are uh, being given, or the universe is handing you a new start. You can magically transform your life at this point, okay? Into whatever you want it to be. So, the Magician is about new beginnings in all areas of your life, being the master of uh, your future, okay, and what it's going to be. So, very beautiful card. Sorry about my polish. My polish looks horrible. Oh my goodness. Let's go ahead and move on to the High Priestess, okay? Yeah, let's move on to the High Priestess. The High Priestess, beautiful card again in the Universal Tarot. Uh, the High Priestess is about intuition, okay, up and foremost. Listening to your intuition, or possibly a very high period where you will, a high period of intuition that you will be experiencing, okay? When you're explaining this to somebody in a reading, and this comes up in front of something, maybe in front of the Ace of Cups. It's about following your intuition in love, right? In the new beginnings in love, and what have you. So, going inside yourself, okay? Trusting yourself, aligning yourself to your higher self, okay? Aligning to your higher self, going inside and seeking those answers within you and trusting them, trusting your gut, okay? For the right answers, okay? Following that intuition. I can't stress that enough. Some people that look at the regular Universal Tarot may also see the symbols of B and the J, and then there's like a cross right there in front of her, okay, as initials, okay? Some people do tend to use that. It's not, the initials are not on here on this one, but they are on the Universal Tarot. Some people that may be asking, well, am I going to meet somebody? And you may tell them, follow your intuition, and it may be somebody that starts with a B, a J, or a T, right? You will learn this as you go. Right now, we're just going with the basic meaning, which is intuition, going inside yourself for your own answers, for the right answers, not listening to others, following your gut, aligning to your higher self. Okay, everything or any not listening to everything or anyone that's trying to give you advice, but going with your own, what you feel at peace with, and what your gut is telling you. Okay. So very, very beautiful card, the High Priestess. The Empress. Ooh, wee. I'm telling you, the Empress is all about uh, mothering and nurturing, fertility, okay, pregnancy. Um, Beautiful, beautiful card of abundance. It's a victory card as well. Any one of these cards, when they're right side up, can be considered victory cards, by the way, okay? But we also want to look at the question and the meaning and how it wraps around that question, right? Uh, so here we go with the Empress, okay? What is the Empress all about? Well, the Empress is a very creative female, up and foremost, but this Empress may show up for a male, and it may be appealing to that feminine side on that male, okay? It doesn't always mean that there's a female in the picture, okay? You're not always going to be reading somebody that's coupled with another, with the opposite sex. So you've got to make sure that you kind of attune your reading to who you're reading for, okay? You may ask if there is a mother that's involved, okay? Because this is a nurturing, motherly person. Uh, technically a female here, but it could be a male that's very mothering and nurturing, or it could be a female, that's very mothering and nurturing in a relationship, okay, of the same sex. I have to say this. Creativity, okay? Somebody that's very, very confident in themselves, uh, knows and even feels that sexuality in them, okay, and they're confident about that as well. Okay, somebody that makes you feel very comfortable, okay, secure and protected, okay. Um, and it could mean pregnancy, okay, or even a loving relationship between a mother and a child, all right. Venus also as well, love, all right. So depending, like I said, always depending on the question or where the reading is going and what direction is how you're going to know. This card next to the page, okay, a page could be a mother and a child, all right. So it just all depends. Right now, we're just going to focus on the main meanings. Uh, let's go ahead and move on. All right, we're going to move on to the Emperor. Oh, what a wise man. I'm telling you, the longer that I have been exploring these cards and using them, the more meanings that Spirit gives me, okay? This is, I'm going to give you the basic meaning for the Emperor, okay? Uh, it's a symbol of authority up and foremost. It could be an older or wiser person, okay? Somebody that you can look up to, a father, a grandfather, somebody that could give you that advice. It could be even a coworker. It depends on the reading you're giving or the question. But in general, it's somebody that's wiser or maybe wising up. You see, it depends. Wising up. Okay, stepping up or regaining your power or controlling life is what this card represents. Okay, also somebody that's very loyal, a protector, a boss in love. If the Ace of Cups is next to this person, it's a boss in love, right? Or in a relationship, an authoritative figure, someone that represents stability, that may be older, but can also be someone that's controlling, okay? Somebody that's controlling, or there may have been some control issues, okay, surrounding this person. All right, so my intuitive meanings that I've gotten, depending on how the cards fall when I'm doing my readings, is also somebody that's put their foot down, finally wised up, okay? Is basically taking control over a situation. All right. So there you go. That's the Emperor. Very, very beautiful card. Oh, man. The Hierophant. No, not the Hierophant. Being stubborn. Being stubborn. Okay. Man, up and foremost, that's the Hierophant is about spirituality. I'm going to be honest with you. I'll tell you. The Hierophant represented on the Universal Tarot is a, what do you call it? A religious figure, okay? Like a pope or something. So it is about spirituality as well. Again, we always go back to it depends on what the question is or the situation is, okay? It could be talking about going back to your spirituality, uh, also about being in a spiritual conflict or ethical conflict as well, okay? Or needing some spiritual guidance, all right? Depending on the question, okay? But I see it also as somebody that could be stuck in their ways or being stubborn, not wanting to be flexible, because sometimes the church, right? We can associate it with some churches that are stuck in the old ways. They don't want to try anything new. They don't want to be flexible. They don't want to be adaptable. And they're stubborn, okay? Not refusing to budge, all right? The Hierophant is about higher level connections as well, spiritual growth, the ethical conflicts, okay, that I talked about, and just being flexible and or not being flexible, not adapting to a situation, okay. Notice that I am presenting all of these right side up, okay. I'll tell you about reversals here in a minute, okay. uh, let's go ahead and move on to the Lovers. The lovers, oh boy, beautiful card, known to me as the twin flame card as well, okay. Some people ask about twin flames. If this card falls down, guess what? If depending on your other cards, if they're asking if they're gonna meet somebody soon and this falls down, yeah, they're gonna meet somebody soon. They're gonna meet their twin flame. Okay. But in general, this is a strong connection, a strong love connection, okay, between two people. Very sexual, very a lot of chemistry, okay, going on there. Very happy. They may be very happy, okay, uh, in their relationship. Very strong, okay. Very beautiful card representing, you know, the lovers, a relationship, a partnership, a marriage, okay? Uh, and that's pretty much it. I mean, depending on what comes up around it, you can definitely get more meaning out of it. But they are very happy, aren't they? Yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh, it's the chariot, the guy on the bike. Oh, with their leg up, they don't care. Of course, on the Universal Tarot, it's a little bit more stoic, okay? It's a lot more serious. The person sitting there on the throne, where this one's riding a bike, okay? With the two Egyptian, is it figures on the bottom, and there's just a lot going on the regular Universal Tarot in comparison to this one, where it seems like everything's just cool and they're riding a bike. And there's the Cancer sign right there, by the way, guys. If you haven't noticed, my cards here have the signs on them. Gemini right there, you see that? But we're not speaking astrology right now. We're speaking tarot, so we're going to stick to tarot. So the chariot, boy, I'm telling you, chariot, strong, strong, moving forward movement, okay? Um, it signifies success, of course, okay? Definitely movement. The most simple, basic meaning is moving forward, okay? Moving ahead, going in the right direction, or moving forward in general. It may not be the right direction. It depends. It depends on the cards around it. But it's movement that you can't avoid, okay? When the chariot comes in, it's movement that you can't avoid. It does signify success, confidence, and determination, or a victory over issues, financial possibly, okay? Uh, and just being happy about things moving forward, okay? So, there you go. That is the chariot movement, moving forward. Let's keep going. Justice, 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 justice. And where's the sign for Libra? All the other cards had something. I want to say this is the Libra card. Am I missing something? Because all the other ones had a sign. But anyways, we're going to move on to the Judgment card. And the Judgment card has a lot of stuff going on with it too, guys, okay? The Judgment card is about, it could be about legal issues, okay? It could be about, hang on. It could be about, you know, depending on the question of divorce, you know, legal stuff like somebody, an inheritance, what have you. When I look at this as well as it could be a child support, right? Child support, people asking, is it going to go my way? Most of the time when it comes up this way, it means that yes, things are going to go your way legally. Also see it as trying to find a balance, okay? Especially if it's right next to the lovers, or maybe the four of wands, which is the home, the marriage card, that kind of deal. Needing some balance, some stability, okay? The Judgment card talks about equality as well, okay? So just like I said, depending on what's around it, and depending on the question, okay, somebody might be asking, what do I need to know? And this comes up. Well, if you don't have any legal issues going on right now, so and so, it's very possible that the universe is asking that you find some kind of balance, okay, balance in your life and what have you. Uh, they may be asking also. The other meanings that I get from this is, if they're asking career wise, which way should they go when this comes up? It could be a career in the law. Okay. See, there's so many things that can come out of a card. All right. So let's move forward to the Hermit. Oh boy, the Hermit, Hermit, Hermit. I do love me a Hermit. Okay. The Hermit is very interesting. Okay. The Hermit is about retreating into oneself as well. Okay. Kind of taking that time. It can also be that somebody's spending too much time by themselves and they need to get out. Okay. It just depends on the question. But spending time reflecting, okay, is what this is about. Searching for those answers, okay? Retreating, taking time alone. The light being shown through in a dark situation or in darkness, okay? And the reason that light comes up, it's not showing it here, right? This is the Virgo card, by the way. If I know, see that one has a sign. Um, but the Hermit in the Universal Tarot is holding a light, okay, and a wand, okay, or a staff. So that's why it talks about the light being shown on a situation, okay, connecting the dots, okay, connecting with your higher self as well for guidance, okay, possibly needing to retreat for healing, depending on what the question is, following your own light, okay, lots of meanings there. Only you will know what meaning you're going to follow, right? Depending on the question and your intuition. So we're going to go ahead and finish up this session with the Wheel of Fortune, which is card number 10, okay? And the Wheel of Fortune, very interesting for me in this card because when I see the monkey, I think about somebody monkeying around, okay? Especially if it's upside down, maybe things are not moving forward because people are just monkeying around, not really doing what they're supposed to. But at the end of the day, the Wheel of Fortune is about things moving forward, coming into a full circle. Things are coming into a full circle, okay? Um, these are changes, okay, as well. Things are changing. This is about change. The wheel is in motion or turning in a situation, all right, depending on somebody may ask, are things going to get better for me this year? Yes, you got the Wheel of Fortune, which means that things are moving forward. The wheel is in motion or turning in a situation. It also can mean that this is fate and or a destiny situation, okay? It's something we can't really stop from happening, okay, and it is meant to be. It could also be related to a cosmic or karmic situation. All right, beautiful card to end with, and I will pick up on the rest when I get a chance, but let's get this one at least in there. Thank you guys.